Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to be discussing our September trip details and what our plans are for the month of December. So before we get started today, if you guys are new here and enjoy the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to do me a solid, then give me a thumbs up. Before we jump into September, let's talk a little bit about what's happened with December. Originally, there was a plan to do just like it was last year, to go back to Disney World for the holidays, have a good time, make a bunch of videos, do a lot of really cool stuff like we did last year. Unfortunately, we ran into some problems over the last few weeks, few months or whatever. We do a lot of manual labor and a lot of work, and with this stuff comes putting our bodies through a lot of stuff that we do, a lot of heavy lifting. Long story short, the bicep tendon in my right shoulder is torn. So on top of that, there's a lot of other problems with my shoulder that's going on that I have to get taken care of. So I do believe during the month of December, usually when we're shut down, the time we would originally go on our trip, we'll actually be going in for surgery. So we will not be taking a trip in December. So what we're kind of going to do is we're kind of going to make up for what we were originally going to do to make a really big trip in December. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to add a whole bunch of different stuff into our trip into September. This is stuff that we normally wouldn't do, but because we're not going back in December, we really want to make this trip kind of make up. So we're kind of having two trips in one. And the way we do that is we're going to be spending a lot of time at Magic Kingdom because we will be recording Happily Ever After, and we'll be live streaming it some days as well. But we're going to be throwing in a lot of extras and a lot of add-ons onto it, as well as dining reservations, which we're going to get into in just a moment. If you're not aware, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties drop today on April 20th, the day of recording this video. So we'll be attending the party on September the 10th. We was really hoping they were going to do a September 11th day, which is our last day there. But nothing really changes as far as how everything's going to play out. We had to move some dates around with Magic Kingdom because we did not want to be at Magic Kingdom on party days because we can't record Happily Ever After if it's a party day. So there is that. But what we're going to do, we're going to break everything down and tell you all the stuff that we're going to be adding to making this trip really probably one of the best trips we've ever had. All right, to start our trip off, it'll be on my birthday on the 2nd. We'll actually be arriving there a little afternoon, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're getting our dining reservations for dinner time. It's usually the only time you can get California Grill is at dinner time anyway. But last year we had it at 5:30, and so we really wanted to get it later, probably between 7 and 7:30, just because it's closer to the fireworks show. And last year I would rather spend a lot of time in Disney Springs and at the resort doing stuff before our dining reservation than having our dining reservation in the middle where we have to start, go eat, stop, and then go back and then come back. It's just a lot of traveling and a lot of moving here and there. So that's kind of what we're starting our trip off with. On the 3rd, on Asher's birthday, we'll be in Magic Kingdom. One of the extras we're going to be adding during this day is we will be adding the Capture Your Moment for Cinderella Castle and Up and Down Main Street. For those of you who do not know what this is, you can pay $100 for a party up to 8 people. And what happens is at your allotted time that your reservation is, they will assign you a personal photographer to take whatever kind of pictures you want, wherever you want, for between 20 and 30 minutes time. You can usually do just about anything you want to do, take your pictures anywhere, however many pictures you want to take. There's no limit on it. You've got that own professional photographer. If you want to go real close in front of the castle, you want to go to the side, you want to get something in front of Main Street, you want to do this, that photographer will be able to do that for you. That day we'll be eating lunch at Be Our Guest. That's where Asher wanted to eat lunch. He said he wanted to eat lunch in the Beast Castle because he likes Beauty and the Beast, so that's what we're going to do there. Our next day is September 4th. We'll be going to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Last year, we spent one day at Hollywood Studios, and this is something that we really regretted at the end of our trip. It was kind of like, man, I wish we'd had 2 days here. Thinking back a December trip, I had 2 days at Hollywood Studios, and it was very, very beneficial to be able to do all the stuff that I wanted to do. Last year, we didn't get to do everything. Asher didn't get to experience all the stuff in Hollywood Studios because we only had 1 day there and 1 day at Epcot. So this year we have 2 days, and this year Fantasmic is back. So it is really, really badass that he finally gets to see that show that he's been watching since he was a teeny tiny baby. The little special event we're going to be doing, both of our Hollywood Studios days, we have Fantasmic VIP seating for the show. And what that'll do is it'll give us really, really great seatings and guaranteed seatings for the show. We won't be recording the show because we've already done a video on Fantasmic. It's kind of redundant to do another video when it's the same show. It doesn't change. So what we will be doing is we will be streaming the show here, probably definitely both nights. If they're doing 2 showings of the show, then what we'll do is we'll do a live stream a little bit before the show starts, and then we'll just do the show twice. We'll literally keep the stream going and get back in line, get seated, and just keep it going. There will be no reason to even stop and do it again. So we'll be streaming Fantasmic, both shows if they do 2 showings. If they only do 1, then obviously we'll only do 1. Our dining reservations, we have a Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, which is something I thought Ashley would really enjoy. If you've ever been into this place is really, really cool. It's really dark, but we've got a different camera this go around, so we should be able to get a lot of footage inside there and be able to get enough footage to be able to do a review of that restaurant. It's really, really cool. The food is halfway decent. It's not bad price. It's very affordable, and you get the reserved seating with it as well, so it's really can't complain about that as well. We'll be eating dinner at Roundup Barbecue. For those of you who do not know, this is opened up in Toy Story Land. The restaurant is themed to Toy Story, Woody, Bo Peep. It's all around probably one of the cutest restaurants in Disney's Hollywood Studios, so it's definitely one of the ones that we definitely wanted to try. On the 5th, we are back at Magic Kingdom. Kind of see a trend here with spending a lot of time at Magic Kingdom. During this day, nothing crazy going on, but we do have a dining reservation for lunchtime at the Crystal Palace. For anyone that doesn't know, Crystal Palace is the only character dining, if you count Cinderella's Royal Table as a character dining. I do not. Is the only real character dining restaurant with multiple characters. Asher really, really loves Winnie the Pooh, so we thought this would be a great opportunity to do a character dining with Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore. Yes, you can meet the characters there in Adventureland, but this is something a little bit different. It gets us kind of a break off our feet and stuff, and it's something he really, really wanted to do. Our next day at Epcot, we're going to be looking to do the after hours event on this day. It really depends on the dates that they haven't released the dates for September yet. They only go up till August the 24th. So we're assuming that probably by June or July, they'll release those dates. And those tickets usually run about $129 for adults, and anyone from the age of 3 to 9 are running roughly about $109 per person or per child. We'll be eating dinner at Via Napoli, which is one of the best pizza places in Walt Disney World, in my opinion. If you have a different one, let me know in the comments down below, because I definitely, we love trying different kinds of pizza. But this pizza here at Via Napoli is just outstanding. So we definitely wanted to take the kid there. Then we'll be streaming Epcot Forever. Then do the after hours event. We'll do a full video, probably a separate video on the after hours event compared to just continuing the vlog for that day. Our next day is our park free day. We'll sleep in that day, go to the pool, go to Disney Springs. I think we'll end up going to Animal Kingdom Lodge, looking at some of the animals, getting a couple of drinks, just relaxing. Going into Disney Springs for dinner. We'll have T-Rex. And then we have a park reservation for Magic Kingdom that day, so we'll go in and watch Happily Ever After to kind of finalize our day right there. On the 8th, we got Hollywood and Vine back at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is our dinner reservation with our Fantasmic VIP seating. Really, really something cool. Love the seating. We'll be streaming it, like I said before. If it's 2 shows, we'll be streaming both shows. Really straightforward. On the 9th, busy, busy day. We have breakfast at Chef Mickey's this day. This is our last dining reservation. As of now, I do believe we're probably going to do the Plaza on the 11th for lunch, but we're going to see. We have Chef Mickey's for breakfast, and then probably after lunch or something, we'll do Bippity Boppity Boutique. I originally thought that this was something strictly for boys, or strictly for girls, excuse me, but you can do stuff for boys. You can dress them up as a knight in the costumes and stuff like that. I'm hoping that maybe he'll like the costume and he'll want to wear that costume to the Halloween party the following day, but we'll just have to really wait and see. On the 10th, we have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We have 0 park reservations for that day. Last year, we did Animal Kingdom the first half of the day and then did Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party afterwards. This was a really, really big mistake. Mike, which will be going with us, he's going to be in Magic Kingdom the entire day. Which is a really, really smart idea if you want to get a lot of rides in, because on party days, the first part of the day is really, really slow. So the lines and standbys are really, really kind of meh. You really don't have to wait that long. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to just chill by the pool, do this, sleep in, get some rest, just relax on our vacation until about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then we'll start making our way to Magic Kingdom, because you can enter the park at 4 p.m. and definitely this year we are doing a vlog during the Halloween party, because last year we messed it up so bad because we were just so wore out from doing 2 parks in one day. Because we did that, we really weren't able to enjoy the Halloween party. We didn't get to do any trick-or-treating. We didn't get to meet characters. We didn't get to ride any rides with the themes. Really, the only benefit we got last year was watching the parade, watching the fireworks, and we got to meet Jack and Sally. That was literally it. So we were just so burnt out. So that's why we're doing that this year. As you can see, we kind of have 2 days, 3 days where we don't have a lot of nothing going on, because we really want to actually sit back and take a break from the parks a little bit. On September the 11th, which is our final day, we'll be eating lunch at the Plaza. This is something that a lot of people have recommended. They said the food is really good, and you kind of get sit-down table service dining, so it's nothing too bad. It's either that or we'll do Crystal Palace again. Let me know in the comments what you guys think we should do. If we should do the Plaza, let me know. If you think we should do Crystal Palace again, also let me know. But that's our last day. We don't have anything special going on that day. It's our last day, so we'll probably go all in. We'll definitely sleep in that day. We'll probably make our Lightning Lane reservations at 7 and then probably sleep in until about 8 or 9, because we're going to be at the party until probably close to midnight. So that's how that's going to work. So that's going to wrap up our September trip. A lot of content and a lot of stuff going on. I really feel this trip is probably going to be a lot more fun than the trip we had last year with him. One, because he's a lot more alert and he remembers a lot more, and all he's talking about is going to Disney World ever since we've gotten back. So he's super, super excited. As far as December goes, I'll keep you guys updated once we get closer and closer to the time. I got an MRI scheduled for next couple of weeks. So once we figure out exactly what's going to happen, then we'll let you guys know. More than likely, we'll probably do a follow-along vlog like we did with our tonsillectomy several years back. But I'm not exactly sure if we're going to do that yet. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or you want us to add something to the trip, sound off in the comments section down below. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.